whispering in the trees. It's two cities and they're all...
Even before President Barack Obama announced plans last month to push colleges to improve affordability, a number of schools beat him to the punch by lowering tuition and helping students graduate in fewer semesters. Such programs have clearly intrigued students and parents alike, but skeptics fear they may have a negative impact on the quality of education. Promising a cheaper, quicker education will invite institutions to take shortcuts, says Richard, I believe I'm pronouncing this right, Arum, a sociology and education professor at New York University. Temptation, he said, would be to make courses less rigorous, hire fewer top-notch faculty, and pack more students into each class. If you don't also focus on quality, you risk contributing to the downward spiral in the quality of undergraduate education. Goes on to say that the Harvard, Yale, and New York brands of college that is, they don't need to do that, and they're not going to do that. But colleges that have taken these measures say they're not cutting corners, just cost, especially for middle-class, middle-of-the-pack students who may not be eligible for either need-based or merit-based financial aid. Before the financial crisis, many families tapped the home equity and borrowed heavily to pay escalating tuition costs. But that became far more difficult in 2008 when credit markets tightened. With the job market miserable, students also became much more concerned about carrying student loan debt. Nationwide, 13% of college freshmen say they ended up at their current school in large measure because they couldn't afford their first choice. According to a new study done by University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA that is, more than 40% say tuition costs were a very important factor as they weighed their college options. Phone line real quick, this guy's been hanging around. Hello, caller.
Well, for a guy like Chicago socialist like Obama to talk about what needs to be done to reduce the cost of a college education, of course, he likes to use the word fair.
Yeah.
When you have a Chicago socialist like Obama using the word fair, the first thing you ought to do is go for your gun and your wallet, because he's there to rip you off. Here's the simple truth of the matter. The quality of undergraduate education has been in decline for many, many, many years, dating back to the 60s in the so-called open enrollment. Even at places named universities like Purdue, for example. I attended Purdue Calumet for 1 year before I went to the campus. And I'll tell you, it was tough. I remember I was taking a math course, and if there were people in it who had asked a lot of really not very intelligent questions, and this math teacher looked at these people and said, "Are you sure you're college material? Because the questions you're asking are so elementary. You had to think about whether you really belong here."
Let me tell you something.
What's up?
There are two things in this country that we've let get totally out of control. One is the cost of medical care, and the second is the cost of a college education.
All right.
Now, Walt's theory is, well, if you don't have as many people, who I call customers, you're going to be able to lower the cost. A complete opposite of what the private sector believes in. Okay, I don't care what you're going to college for. You're paying to be there, either through a loan, a grant, whatever. But somebody's paying for you to sit in that seat. Okay?
Right.
Now, he's saying that, well, if we had less of these people, we would do better. No, Walt, I'm sorry. If you had more of those people, you would do better. And if you did some hard bargaining with the people that work there, because the bulk of the money is going for salary and benefits, okay?
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. And they've made no attempt to reel those costs in over the years.
Yeah, this is the elephant. You're talking about cost of education and that.
Yes, sir.
Me and my wife, up till 1978 when I went on disability, and my income got cut down to almost 3 times what I was making, we put together 59 years of private school education, me and my wife.
Right.
She took over after 1978 and continued. Now, I put two of my kids through 12 years of PUC,
Mm-hmm.
They each have 2 degrees. And all the time, I only took one student load for 2,500. They worked together.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we couldn't even touch it because, to give you an example,
Go ahead.
Andrain at the time, they were going to high school.
Mm-hmm.
It was only about $750. It's $3,800 a year now. In half the time. Now,
Wow.
the destruction of education started after World War II, when Mama and Papa made all that money working time and a half,
Mm-hmm.
double time in the war area,
Mm-hmm.
and to have an ego trip, you could send your kid to college. Your kid were actually, like you said, not eligible, equipped for college. They went to teachers' college because they were the easy ones. Because Pop knows somebody that knows somebody can get him a job as a teacher. And that started the destruction of the
Let's go to this
educational
caller.
system.
Hello, caller.
Hey, T. Ron from Wall. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, brother?
You know, education is not about education anymore. It's about money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you look at your major colleges, your big-name colleges, it's all about money to them. And now, I'm quite a bit older than you, but I'm sure even since you were young, how many of these little fly-by-night colleges are popping up all over the place?
Oh, yeah, especially like the online ones, too.
And I know I probably know about 5 people that are instructors at these places, and they're frustrated because they all have degrees from Valparaiso, IU, Purdue,
Yeah.
conventional universities, but they're teaching these kids at these diploma mills and saying that they can't cut it. They want to flunk them out, but then the powers above them
Mm-hmm.
are telling them, well, look, you can't do that. You got to help these kids pass. It doesn't matter how. Our enrollment's down, or this is, it's all about money.
Mm.
And these diploma mills, as I like to call them, are just popping up everywhere. I mean, why? If it wasn't for money, why is there one on every street corner now? And
Yeah.
even your major universities, it's all about money.